This is Mile High.
Do I want to tell the story or do I want to show the message?
You've got a lot of work to do between Mile High.
The time has come where we can know
we have a responsibility, an ethical and moral responsibility.
We have to do it better in order to move people along.
Up, down, inside out.
If you get your mind right, it is not. It is a receiver of thought. This love is my first technique.
it's now time for the show.
Welcome to the Mile High Podcast. This is your host, Dr. Daniel Knowles. Thank you for joining us. Wherever you're listening or watching, make sure you hit subscribe so you never miss any Mile High tick. Whether it be on Spotify or iTunes or YouTube or Facebook, make sure you hit subscribe, and also make sure you clear your calendar for Mile High 14. I can't believe it's number 14. We got to come up with a theme for 14, but you can get all the details on riseuptomilehigh.com. It is going to be weekend of August 20th. So as you're making your calendar for the new year, make sure you block that off so we see you rise up. I even say to rise up before the ball drops on December 31st. And we move into 2026. Today, I am super thrilled to have the pleasure, the honor to have Dr. Aura Tovar on our podcast. She's one of my favorite people in chiropractic. She spoke at Mile High this past year. At the age of 14, she came from Venezuela with her sights set on becoming a chiropractor after her health has improved with chiropractic, and she went on to graduate from Life University in 97. So we're contemporaries because I graduated from Sherman in 96. So we probably crossed paths back then, and she's created a successful practice in Miami. She's really just a ball of light and love in chiropractic. Thank you for joining us today, Dr. Aura.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. It's funny because I'm at my desk at home and I see the picture from Mile High. Look at that beautiful couple right there. It was an amazing event, and I encourage everybody to sign up for Mile High 14. There we go.
It's great to have you there. You know, so you've been there so many years. I don't know how you attended and been on the stage. And you're leaving for Argentina today. Yeah. What's going on in Argentina?
Well, it's it's a honeymoon for a wedding that hasn't occurred yet, but plans were made and we're committed. So here we go, Argentina, all the way to Patagonia, South America.
Wow.
10-hour flight just to get to the other side of this continent. So I'm looking forward to it. I'll let you know how it goes.
Good. And this one is a pleasure trip. And also, I know you go to South America for lots of things as the president of ChiroMission. Tell us a little bit about ChiroMission.
Yes. ChiroMission is one of my passions. I went on my first mission trip after being in practice for 10 years. And because it was part of my bucket list, and I went on that first mission trip in April of 2008, and it changed my life since. I never knew that it would be so life-changing as I saw how chiropractic can be so miraculous without having to say any words, just putting your hands on people and letting that miracle of life flow through them, and seeing the transformation not only of the people we serve, but of the people that came on the mission trip and how they went back home and just served a bigger world, and without any complaining, because mission trips give you such a perspective. You will never complain again about your worst day in practice when you see how people live on the other side. And when you realize that chiropractic is that pure, it will change you forever without having to say anything. It's just the beautiful connection of soul to soul, energy being released in another person's body, and just watching it flow. So I've been part of ChiroMission ever since, and I became the president, and I'm having my next mission trip next March 4th through the 8th, to a brand new location in the Dominican Republic. So I'm very, very excited.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. So how many mission trips have you done so far?
Oh my Lord, I think I lost count, but it's been over 30 mission trips.
Wow, no.
Yes, because I've been doing it for this year, since 2008. So yeah, I never stopped, not 1 year. Yes, we did stop 2021 and 2022. 2022, we didn't do mission trips. So, but for the rest, I came back in 2023 and haven't stopped. Yes.
Wow, wow. What are one of the things that's magic about that experience?
I think the magic is letting go of your expectations,
Mm,
stepping into your out of your comfort zone, and just
mhm.
letting things surprise you with just your gift of love and service. That is the most. I see people, they get there on Wednesday night and they're super full of fear. You can feel like their nerves because they don't know where they're gonna go, who they're gonna go with. They haven't met the rest of the group. They don't know if they're gonna encounter a 100-year-old or a 1 day old. And then just see how all those fears just shed and they just go with the flow and they get into their heart and they serve from a deeper place that probably they had not seen in a while themselves, because we get so caught up with the numbers, the staff, the paperwork, people that take insurance, all the things, right? And so the most beautiful thing is just seeing people just shed it all and then serve from the heart, and then the people that receive it feeling this amazing energy and just lighting up without even having knowing. Well, we've been going for so many years that people pretty much know what it is, and they know that we're there to open the mouth of God. That's how we say it, right? We're just releasing the flow so the energy can flow and your body can heal as it's meant to. And but seeing the transformation of the people that go and the people that receive it, and then seeing the whole team come together on Sunday as everybody departs and everybody comes together as a family, because it doesn't matter what your political thing is or your religion is or your technique is. It doesn't matter, because we all came together with the same purpose of loving service. And that is the reason I keep doing it. Although it's not easy sometimes to organize these trips, and it's hard to handle so many people full of fear and doubt, or we have hangups. We all do,
Mhm.
right? And
Mhm.
but when I see that transformation on Sunday, I'm like, okay, I remember why I keep doing this. And I remember why these people deserve us showing up big and just loving them, because the world
Mhm.
needs that. The world needs that. And I wish we could do it here. I wish I could go into every school and just show up and just check the children, as we do over there. But it's a little bit more tricky.
What do you see? I would imagine that you see lots of things change in the practitioners. What do you see change about doctors or students when they do such a thing?
I think the biggest thing is perspective, right? And
Okay.
you'll never see it the same way. You'll never see chiropractic in the same light, because you see how pure it is without much. You'll never see like the issues that you were so stressed about in your offices. They'll become lighter because you get back into your mission. So many people, so many practitioners, we step away. I mean, I've done it, and sometimes I need to reel myself back in. I've done it. I'm just as guilty as everybody else. But you create systems to come back in, right? But when you go on a mission trip, it just is almost like a shock to the system that that chiropractic works, even if you get in the middle of it, right? It's just a beautiful thing that you can get back into your heart and know that that heart intention can transfer into somebody else's and can create miracles, even if you were not 100% sure what you were doing. But that intention can just, it changes you. So I hear it from people that have been on mission trips, and they message me and they're like, oh my God, I used to be so annoyed for this. Now I'm no longer. I used to be so fearful of adjusting babies. Now I'm no longer. Now I just know, even if I don't get an audible, I know I'm making an adjustment and the body is doing its thing. So many fears just shed, and people just light up, and they are like, yeah, now I can just sit in traffic and just reminiscent of those moments in which I didn't speak. I just let my body do its thing, and my hands, and people received it, and their smiles and their gratefulness. So they go back to being grateful for this beautiful profession, grateful for the gift we've been given, and grateful for the way people receive it when we don't get so much in the way. That is a gift that you cannot take away. And I think everybody that's been on a mission trip, not only on our mission trips, on any mission trip, can say something similar, that it gives you perspective and it just removes the cloud so you can become even more grateful for the everyday and grateful for the fact that we get to do what we do.
Yes, I mean, it's something that at times, people can get in a rut in life and practice, and things can be repetitive, or people do that in life, right? So, when you get refreshed with how much a gift it is to do what we do, I mean, chiropractic is a pretty darn good gig, you know? And so you get refilled with gratitude. That's a huge, huge gift. So you found, I didn't know this, but you had the spark to be a chiropractor at 14. Can you share more with us
No, no,
about
no,
that?
no, no, no. I think you read it wrong. No, at 14, I
Oh,
came from Venezuela. Chiropractic
oh,
found me at 18, and then it saved my life. And
oh.
that, no, 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 no.
I was like,
That would have been
wow, that's pretty
funny
young.
though. That would have been
Okay,
hilarious. So no,
that's
that's
yes.
not right. I came from Venezuela at 14, and then I was just thrown into this. I didn't know any word of English, and I didn't know chiropractic at all. And I just landed looking for a part-time job when I was 18, and ended
Ah,
up in an amazing office as a CA. And I had been suffering of all kinds of things since I was very, very young. I suffer of migraines, constipation, liver conditions. So I actually ended up losing that job at that 18 years old because I was in the hospital for a week with a liver condition. So the internist said I had to take all these medications. But, I worked for an amazing chiropractor, and he taught us that the power that made the body heals the body. So that just got put in there. And I realized having to take 5 different medications at 18 was not normal. So I decided not to take any of the medications and decided to find another job at a chiropractor's office I could get the care. And within 6 months, I decided this is what I want to do. My symptoms had not subsided yet. It took almost a year for everything to go start releasing, and me going from not going to the bathroom in 7 days to going to the bathroom 3 times a day. It took almost a year, but I was already in chiropractic school. I just knew that I knew that I knew that
uh-huh.
that that it was the truth. It's just I felt so true to me what those chiropractors told me. Ben Lerner was and actually he was the associate there when I was
Oh,
the CA. So I known him since then. He was 25, I was 18. And I just ended up in Dr. Lee's office, and he was just very principled from Sherman. And
uh-huh.
so yeah, that's how I got into chiropractic. I actually was really bad at sciences, but I just knew that I knew that I knew that this was going to save me and save so many others.
Love it. I love it. I love when, something ignites a path of purpose like it has for you. And, I know you speak at so many places so frequently. We loved having you at Mile High. What did you love about being part of Mile High over the years?
Wow, I just love the family. I think it feels very homey. It doesn't matter. Again, we go back, and I know you guys are network practitioners, and I love network. I love getting adjusted by network. I still haven't figured out how to grasp my head around doing it. I remember being in one of your classes, I was like, oh my God, I don't get it. I don't. But I love getting it. But that's what my high is. It doesn't. It's not only for network doctors. Everybody comes from different techniques, different kinds of practice, and we come together because we love chiropractic. And that's what I love about my high. We're not just talking politics or dividing ourselves one way or another. We're coming together for one voice. And I feel that's what we need.
Well, that's what you just said is what I hear so frequently. People always say, I always thought I'd put something together. I had to have really, really good speakers, which we do, but people always say what you just said. It's a community, it's family, it feels like home and all that stuff. And nobody says like, well, the speakers were really good. I was like, well, they were bad speakers, but they love community and connections. Probably what they love about being one of the things they love about mission trips too, because
Mhm,
people can get into their little foxhole in their office, and
mhm.
they need to have an experience with other people. So, for a while, I think you still do this, I'm not sure, but you get naked, which means you do Get Naked series. Can you tell people where that
Yeah.
started and why
Yeah,
is that
yeah,
important?
well, that was just a big part of my personal life. I've always been into personal growth ever since I was young. So I loved personal growth books, podcasts. You know, I was a fan of Oprah back when she was started, and I just wanted to eat it all up. And so I knew a lot about personal growth, but in that process, being a successful chiropractor mission trip, I ended up in a very abusive marriage, actually. And this made me go deep because sometimes you have to fall in order to shed and realize some things. So I did even more digging into systems that were going to help me come out of that situation, right? And to find my true values and my self-love and recenter myself with my mission, with God, with all the things that are valuable to me. So Get Naked was born during that storm. And I created systems that were helpful for me in order to be able to free myself out of that. And then it just caught on. I decided to create an online program in English and in Spanish. And I've been able to help women and men. It's not only for women, anybody that feels a little lost and they want to just find their truth, whether they are hurting from a loss in life or in marriage or in business, and they want to find themselves again and recreate new. So that's what Get Naked is all about: accepting your reality, learning from it, which is reflection. And just because if we don't learn from all the falls, then they were wasted. So might as well learn to the point that you feel grateful for them. Like I feel grateful for my ex for all that he put me through because I am here talking to you about it. And then Getting Naked is releasing so many things that we add on that sometimes are not even ours, that were just come from other father, preacher, teacher. They came from every angle and we adopted them, and they're no longer, they might not align with who you are now. So Getting Naked is releasing the fears, releasing the anger, releasing the frustration, releasing the things that didn't work out. We sometimes get so hung up on that, and you go back, but if that would have worked out, no, that worked out the way it was because that's what it was meant to do. And if you learn to become grateful, and then the last part of Get Naked is rebuilding with all this new knowledge and then reusing the systems constantly because we get caught up, right? And so reusing constantly, like, okay, so I'm stuck in this traffic and I'm going to be late for this podcast. So I'm going to accept my reality. I'm going to reflect how I got here. I'm going to release what I can and change what I can and react new. So it goes with anything. I'm stuck in a storm. I lost my flight. My staff didn't show up, or they just quit randomly, or I decided to get out of insurances because they're horrible. And now I have to find my new self to recreate my marketing calendar. Whatever it is that you're going through, the Get Naked systems have helped me and helped so many others just come out of whatever it is that you're stuck on. It's just a tool guide that you have to use. I cannot do it for you. But it's just systems that make you see your own light so you can learn how to shine it through.
Is that part of why Let Go and Let God is one of your favorite quotes?
Yes, it is. It is because I'm constantly letting go, and there goes my dog. Be quiet. She's deaf, so it might not work. But yes, let go is constantly releasing because we end up putting too much in our backpacks, right? And just carrying all this stress that is not going to serve you or help you serve others. So it is very, very important to go back to your roots. For me, my roots are, I'm a believer. God is my center, and then everything just develops from there. So I let go and I let God, but I have to do the work. He puts it there, but I have to do the work. If you don't consciously dedicate some time to whatever you believe in, and then just create systems around there so you can recheck yourself, so daily checks are very important. Journaling is very important for me, and just little checkups that bring you back to your purpose, to your true solid ground What do you stand for? Where do you stand in? Just is important, whether you're in a you want your relationships to be solid, or your business to be solid, or your self-love to be solid. There's got to be some systems that just bring you back and bring you back to center, so you don't deviate too much and end up living somebody else's life, or somebody else's hangups, or somebody else's resentments, or fears that we sometimes adopt and end up living something that is not even yours. So it just puts a cloud on the light that that I feel we're here to shine on.
Is that then tie into approaches to managing stress and anxiety?
Yeah, because we're all surrounded with stress and anxiety. I mean, I think I messaged you yesterday. I said, can you please tell me what we're going to talk about? Because menopause is doing a quite number of me. And I forget. I'm like, yeah. I was just at the movies with my daughter. She's like, remember that guy that we saw in a movie like a month ago? I was like, I have no recollection. Like, I've never seen that. So this is a gift, for all the women out there. I'm with you. I hear you. It's okay. You are okay. So we have to have systems to just deal with their stress or anxiety, right? Because we living in a world that, that we all have one of this, and you have 100 notifications every second that can bring you up or down, and you have to have something that brings you back. So one thing that I recommend my Get Naked clients, or even my patients, whomever I want to help deal with stress better, is gonna be like a daily check-in, or even better, an hourly check-in. Some kind of, let it be a notification on your phone that reminds you to breathe, or to stay grateful for those things you're grateful for. Something that brings you back to your center. To me, is very important. I think about God. I think about the love he has for me, that fill me back with lots of love. And I read something that, if I need it, I read it, and then I do some breathing exercises just to come back to me. But if you don't have all that time, just one thought, just one breath can recenter you and come back to where you can see what your purpose is. My purpose is written like right here in front of this computer, is in my bathroom, is because I want to know why I show up for you. When I need to leave to the airport less than 2 hours for an international flight. So why? Because, this is it. I am constantly expanding in my abundance of love, health, wealth, happiness, as I help others do the same. So whether I'm speaking to my kids, or I'm taking a class, or I'm going to a seminar, or I'm coaching somebody, it's the same. It's all the same. My purpose is this. It's like I'm constantly feeding my light so I can light it up for you, and I can let you see your own light. In all I do, because I want to expand in my abundance of love, health, wealth, and happiness as I help others do the same. So something that brings you, it could be like, again, a short breathing exercise. It could be 4 by 4 by 4 by 4. You can choose it. There's so many out there. I'm not going to sit here and teach you everything I do. It could be mirror exercise. I grew up with Louise Hay. I did a lot of mirror work back in the day. I think she helped me a lot, especially through my Get Naked and coming out of that abusive marriage. It was abusive physically. So it was very hard for me to even admit it, that I had landed in something like that. So it was a lot of self-reflection and a lot of centering myself to what matters. And that could be whatever it is to you. It could be chiropractic, it could be God, it could be seeing a picture of your kids. What's your why? What is it, that thing that resets you back to where you need to stand, to letting it breathe? Because all this anxiety can take a hold of you, and before you know it, you're down spirals that are not even yours. So you're fighting battles that are not even yours to fight. And I see that so much in our profession. I'm like, oh my God, here we go. Another argument that didn't need to happen, that is not bringing chiropractic anywhere closer to being the voice that needs to be heard by people in order for them to live healthier lives. So having some systems, and if you want to message me, I can send you some of my systems free to you, you can use in order to deal with the stress and anxiety of the day to day that I know we all have it. Whether it is that you're just a stay-at-home mom or you're a busy mom with a practice and 300 other things going on, we have to have something that resets us and brings us back to that quiet, perfect place where everything is good because God loves us no matter what.
Do you think that chiropractors and their practices as business owners get overwhelmed and how do you recommend they handle that or navigate being overwhelmed as a business owner?
It is normal to be overwhelmed as a business owner. And I feel like it is normal to be overwhelmed and it's normal not to be okay. I always say this because we have this persona that we need to be perfect for us, for ourselves, for our family, and by doing that, by pretending, somebody told you act as if. I'm not a lover of that because that means you're negating so many things that eventually will express themselves in other heavier things, whether it is through your health or through your family or everything else. So it is normal to be overwhelmed. Coming back again. If you're overwhelmed in your business, it's okay. That's first accepting that reality is okay. Now, what is it that is overwhelming you? Dividing those things by chunks because we cannot eat the cow, right? You got to eat little pieces by pieces and seeing what of those things you can actually take an action step. The ones you can, you need to move out of that. So you take it little by little. Like, is there anything that I can do for this right now? If the answer is no, boom, it's out to the side. So no longer, it's almost like emptying your emotional stress bucket inside. You stay, if I can do something, yes. What is it that I can do? Is there something that I can schedule? Is there a decision that I can take? And almost that, taking those small actions, that load and some of that stress that builds up within us. So it's having some systems that lets you check in with what is truly stressing you. Naming it, putting it in columns of what you can do, what you cannot do. If the answer is no, I cannot do anything about it because I can't change the weather. I can't change politics up there either. I can't, there's so many things that I cannot do. You have to remove it out of your emotional bucket because it's only going to make you less efficient on the things that you actually can do. So when you are, as a business owner, there's got to be systems. I had a system way in the morning, systems at lunchtime, and systems at the end. So I know what am I going to fill that up with and learn to say no. This I speak a lot about to women because we tend to say too much yes because we want to please all the time. But you wait, you get to menopause, you're not going to want to please anyone. That's just, sorry. But it is true. You're going to want to just like please yourself and the rest, let them figure it out on their own. But as a business owner, there's only so much you can do. You got to learn to delegate. You got to let go of control, to realize the things that you can do or cannot do and remove them off your list. The only way to become less overwhelmed is to get rid of items on that list. So whether you sit down and make that list and decide what you can do, what you cannot do, and the things that you can do, you take action immediately. It needs to be immediate action in order to remove some of that emotional load of yourself. The things that you cannot do, you either let it go fully or you delegate it to somebody that can figure it out. And if it's not perfect, it's okay. For all those dogs that I see having, associates, oh my God, the associate is not going to be like you. There's only one of you. Be okay. Are the people being served? Be happy. Are you making money? Oh my God. So I just see so many people getting caught up on things that don't really matter in the big picture because we just want our egos become big and we want to do it all ourselves. And that is the killer of all businesses. That's the killer of this business owner that is not going to be able to handle it eventually, and he's going to break down. Like we have this amazing chiropractor here in Miami, like he had so many businesses. I mean, he was crazy, like super successful, and he just took his life. And you're like, why? Because at some point, I have no idea. I mean, I shouldn't be talking about this, but at some point there had to be some level of overwhelm that he didn't think there was another way out. And that's what I mean, that's an extreme case, obviously. Hopefully nobody in this conversation. And if you're feeling this way, please reach out to me. I'll get you to somebody that can help you. But we get business owners I see just too loaded. And I see because you want to wear all the hats. You cannot wear all the hats. There's only two shoulders, two hands, one brain, one heart. Do what you can and let go of the rest, or delegate it accordingly and let go of the control. Because that is huge. I see it so much in so many people. All the speakers probably you had a mile high have control issues. They all want to be perfect. And I'm like, you can't. You can't, because then you will forget to be peaceful. You forget to enjoy the little things. You forget to just sit and be okay with doing nothing, which has been a gift I've been giving myself this whole year. So this half a year anyways. And it's been the most beautiful gift I could have given myself, because I was always loaded with 1,000 things, and almost doing nothing has been just as beautiful.
Wow. So many there. I was trying to get down all the things you're saying. So much wisdom and so many things in there. Like, phew. I'm so grateful you're able to squeeze into your day from traveling to Argentina to share with people. Is there a last message that you'd like to share with chiropractors or chiropractic students today? Hello?
I would love to say that chiropractic is perfect. Chiropractic is perfect. Don't get in the way of it. Just go back to your center and serve from a place of love, and then the money will come and the things will happen. Especially to the students. I'm so used to taking students on my mission trips, and I see them so overwhelmed, and the student loans and all these things, and I hear it. I feel it, as a person that already got rid of their student loans, I totally feel you. However, if you come back to why you get into chiropractic, if you come back to the perfection of just one adjustment, if you realize the things that you can change and the things that you need to let go of, then you be happier, you be an example to others, you be able to lead more, and you be able to reach higher, meaning more people, more lives saved. So the advice is actually take it 3 notches down and go back. Take it 3 notches down, not 3 notches up. 3 notches down, go back to your center and revisit that reason you got into chiropractic in the first place. And then you can see a lot of noise just fall by itself. Just fall. Because it's noise. It's noise. It's a distraction from your true calling. So many times we let the noise just take away the song, and then we lose the joy for serving. I've seen it. And again, I am guilty of everything I've spoken. I have been guilty of all the things. I'm no angel, no saint. So the moment you stop hearing the music, go back. You let the world just crowd you with all kinds of opinions that are not even yours, probably. And you forgot why you got in this in the first place. And students, be sponges. Stay humble. Learn and know that you will fall, and it's okay. It's part of life. Keep learning, and then keep taking time to recenter to who you want to be as a chiropractor. Go back to you. You can shadow 1,000 offices, and please, I commend you to do that. But if you don't go back to feeling your heart and seeing what kind of a chiropractor I want to be, and then move forward with faith and strength in that conviction, then you got nothing. Then you just be another employee that is going to be waiting for 7 o'clock to come by just so you can get out and go watch Netflix. And that's not what chiropractic is. It could be so much bigger. It's just a way of life. It could be so fun. And I feel that sometimes we're taking some fun away from this profession. And I feel 3 notches down, less ego and less perfection can just bring us back to more fun and more getting in touch with who we were and who we are now and the kind of life we want to live or lead others to live. It's just we live by examples. Chiropractors, I spoke in your Mile High stage about heal the healer, because we have forgotten sometimes to come back to heal ourselves. If you want to be an example for others, your families, your children are watching you. This is it's like your community is watching you. But if you're all over the place and so overwhelmed, you cannot take 3 breaths and enjoy a nice walk in the park without your cell phone, you're not going to be a good example. So that's my advice. And I'm sorry if this is not what you wanted to say, but 3 notches, people, breathe, recenter, go on vacation.
I'm going on vacation in just a few days. I got to say this. I realize there's one other thing we have to quickly ask you that I completely forgot about, but it's super important. You guys have some event that's going on, you and Kim.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's happening in 2026 in November.
November, the Brave practice. Yeah.
So you better say something quick about that.
Yeah. Actually, Dr. Kim contacted me like a year ago, and she's like, we should do something in Florida. I was like, yeah, let's do it. We're ballsy girls. We can do this. And then the Mahai, that's when we're like, okay, we're going to make this happen. Should we just put a date on it? Should we just do? And before you know it, it just blew up. And it's such a beautiful group of speakers, including you and Rochelle.
I know. I'm so psyched to be there.
So it's going to be awesome. I just texted Jack, actually. And he's like, I'm leaving to France this afternoon. I said, well, let me know. And so, yeah, this is happening. And it's going to be beautiful. November 6th, November 7th. And it's going to be filled with lots of passion and love, and actual some CEs as well, and techniques how to stay brave in practice while not losing yourself in the process. So, but I think the speakers are just fantastic.
I gotta say, I am so thrilled about this. I was just at that location. I helped Kim hook up this location.
Yeah.
The Westin on the beach is beautiful. And you can see the ocean from the room. I've done many events at this location. People will love being there. They'll love being in with the energy of everybody. They will love being on the beach. It's going to be phenomenal. So I'm excited that myself and Rochelle will be sharing out this. Brave, bold, and badass is what Kim said. So
I love it. I can't believe we came together so fast. But when you have a purpose and a mission, and Dr. Kim was pretty fired up. So she's like, and I'm like, yeah, okay, of course it'll happen. And she's like, no, this is happening now. I'm like, okay. I was like, okay, girl, I'm not gonna get in the way of all that because I don't have enough hormones to fight you. So, but so it's happening, and I'm very happy to be part of it. And if you want to relight your fire, come on a mission trip with me, and you're gonna see, or send your associates, and they'll come back, change people. Trust me. So that's on chiromission.com, and then my next mission trip is in March 4th through the 8th. It's going to be in the Santo Domingo. So lots of flights to get there. I'll take care of everything, and you just need to come with your heart filled, or heart empty and come back with your heart filled. And
so there you go. So so grateful for all you're doing. Enjoy Argentina, and I got to say, and it almost doesn't bear saying, or keep changing spines, lives, and minds with chiropractic.
Woohoo! You too. You have fun on your trip as well. Send my love to your beautiful wife. Tell her I have this right here.
Absolutely.
Such a gorgeous couple. All right. Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone, for being with us. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, and make sure you're on higher ground August 20th to 23rd, 2026. You know you want to be there. Just make sure that you've got that. RiseUpToMileHigh.com is where you can find out all the details.
Ciao.